Happy Saturday and welcome to this week's live stream. I am very sorry for being late, but it is ridiculously warm here in the UK. Everything is on a go slow in this weather, including myself. And I was faffing around trying to get the fan right, trying to get the cooling going. Yeah, very warm, very warm. I promise this is one of the few times I will mention how hot it is because nobody wants that on repeat. But it's quite warm here in the UK. So, how is everyone doing today? What's everyone up to? Yeah, what are we doing? What are we drinking? Any skincare gossip? Let me know. Before I delve into the live stream proper, let's just go over the housekeeping, which I always forget to do. So, for those of you that are new, welcome. We do these live streams every single week. We do them on Saturday at 6 p.m. UK time, which is 7 p.m. European time, which is 10 a.m. West Coast time, 1 p.m. East Coast time, and 5 a.m. in most parts of Australia and New Zealand. And I always say, if you're watching for Australia or New Zealand, you get an extra big love from me, because that is dedication at that time. So you can ask whatever you like in these live streams. That's kind of what they're there for. Just drop your comment, your question in the chat. You don't need to, I know on some live streams you have to keep repeating the question over and over again to get the attention. We're much more civilized than that here on Mad About Skin. I go through all the comments and questions in the order that they come in, so you only need to ask it once, and I'll get round to you as soon as possible. I just think that's like the fairest way of doing things. And just before we do delve into things, I'll do some hellos and then we'll get into things proper. Just to say a big thank you to Tom, who as always is Sheriff and Chief in town today in these live streams. We have a very well behaved clientele at Mad About Skin, but we get the odd troll, though we do quite like our trolls, not gonna lie. They're usually quite nice. But we do get the odd troll, and Tom is just there to keep everything in check and make sure that we can all enjoy the live stream. I couldn't do this without him, so a big thank you as always goes out to Tom. So let's do a few hellos, all that good stuff, then we'll get into some of your questions. So big hello to Tom, to Amy, to Rita, to Nancy, Labrexa and Scott. Send you all so much love. Suzanne, great to see you. Kitty, wonderful to have you, my love. Send lots of love to Greece. Apparently we're warmer here in the UK than Greece today. They said that on the news. I don't know how true that is. So I feel like we might have stolen some of the warmth, the Greek warmth, Kitty. May, great to see you. Fristenberg, wonderful to have you, my love. Heather, we've got Gabriella, Sweet Tea, wonderful to see you all. Marley, Stephanie, Sea Shines, thank you so much for joining. We've got some new names in the chat as well, which I always love to hear. So if you're watching for the first time, or you're commenting for the first time, let us know where you are, introduce yourself. We would love to hear from you. So shall we get into some questions? Oh, first of all, let me just tell you about a cheeky little new skincare find that I discovered when I was doing my grocery shopping yesterday. So go to Marks and Spencer's to get a little food shopping. Their barbecue stuff is lovely. For those of you not in the UK, Ireland, Thailand, places where there's Marks and Spencer's, it's basically like a department store. They do clothes, they do food. The food's great, the clothes are usually... They're actually quite nice this year. I've always said Marks and Spencer's clothes are terrible. This year, there's actually got some nice clothes. Anyway, that's a side point. They also do amazing skincare. So all of their skincare is made by the same company that makes Clinique products. But because they take them from that company and they don't subject them to any testing for the Chinese market, they're actually cruelty-free, whereas Clinique aren't. So if you're looking for a direct dupe for Clinique makeup or skincare, go to Marks and Spencer's. Fraction of the cost and cruelty-free. Anyway, so I was just browsing the skincare, which is actually at the other end of the store, but I walked past all the, summer wear, the knickers. It's always like, go past the knickers and the bras, and there you are, you're at the skincare. And I'm shopping that, and they've got this new line of products, and it's designed to be, I think it's designed to be a little bit like that Proud Skincare, I think it was called, that had like the baby packaging, but really nice colour, baby blue packaging. It was really nice. It's designed to kind of mimic that, but they've got a really good product, and they've got a mask which is called, let me just see if I can find it. I'm going to try and multitask here. Let's see if I can find it. It was so good, and it's just really like overnight mask. Let me see if I can find a picture of it. I'm not going to be able... Oh, there it is. Hydrate Refreshing Overnight Mask. Well, it was £9. I paid £9 for it. Let me just put a link here, because I bought this yesterday, and I thought to myself, oh, I'll just try it tonight. My skin's been a little bit on the drier side because it's super warm here in the UK, so my skin's been a little bit on the drier side, so I thought, you know what, let's actually try this out. I woke up this morning, my skin was so soft. It was gorgeous. If you're very dry skinned, use it on top of your moisturiser. If you're like me, you're a bit oily skinned, just use it in place of your moisturiser. Felt so good. And the best thing about it is it was £9 and you get a lot of product from it, and it genuinely like felt like an overnight mask as opposed to a lot of these overnight masks that are just moisturisers. Anyway, I'll leave a link in the chat there. I probably should... I'll just say what that is. Actually really good. If you can get to my Marks and Spencer's or you want to buy it online, that's the link. It's really, really good. They do some other stuff in that line as well. I'm going to have to go back and try so much more of it because it all look good. So that's my skincare discovery of this week. Marks and Spencer's, past the bras and the knickers, back of the store, great skincare collection. That would be my it's my top tip of the week for everybody. Right, Rita says, happy Saturday, Rita, love you. So yeah, Tom says the floof is being cuddly and been watching the live stream. She won't, Tom. Tom's dog, I feel like, is a bit like a rat. I call her the Canadian devil because she's like a Tasmanian whirling devil kind of thing. But I actually think she's more like a Ferrari. She can go from like 0 to 60 in like 0 to 100 in like 2 seconds flat. So the cuddles I would give 10 minutes tops, and then the zoomies will definitely kick in. Nancy, great to see you, my love, says, hi Rob, I love Mad About Skin Sun Cream, yay! Thank you, I will mention something about the sunscreen in a minute. Wears beautiful under makeup, thank you. What do you do for congested pores on the nose? So, first of all, Nancy, thank you very much for the comment. That means a lot. When it comes to congestion in the nose and just congestion generally in the skin, first of all, accept it a little bit, because I like to think I do everything right and I still have blackheads on my nose. Some people are just predisposed to them. So you're never going to get rid of them completely. So I think an element of it is accept them, will help kind of setting expectations. And then I would recommend doing a salicylic acid treatment on the areas where you have blackheads or congestion. Do that every other day, just on those areas. You can do it all over, but I tend to just do it on those areas. And then use your retinoid. Make sure you're using your retinoid on those areas as well, because we often forget our nose with our retinoid, and that's going to really, really help. I would then recommend once a week or once a fortnight doing a pore strip. Now, I know everyone hates pore strips, and pore strips are the worst thing in the world, and no. If you do pore strips right and infrequently, they can actually work really, really well, particularly in areas that aren't as delicate as others. Like, I won't do a pore strip by the eye or something, but on the nose, it's fine. Just follow the instructions, make sure you damp it down properly, stick it down, leave it on the amount of time, don't leave it on like overnight till it's crusted. Leave it the right amount of time. And then when you peel it back, it will take the top layers. It's not going to get right into the pod, but it will take the top layers of any oxidized congestion, so it will give a better appearance to any blackheads, and over time will help. I do a pore strip on my nose probably once a fortnight. That's it. People do them daily. Don't do that. Salicylic acid, retinoid, and then you pore strip. And then you use your pore strip every other night. The only thing I will say is if you're using tretinoin, and you're new to tretinoin, don't do a pore strip over skin where you put tret, because no, just don't. You'll know. Most of the retinoids, you're absolutely fine. Lebrexa, great to see you, my love. Scott, wonderful to see you. Sending lots of love to California. Again, we're probably hotter here than in California. It feels it, certainly. It feels it. Suzanne, great to see you, my love. How are you? I'm having a lovely weekend, thank you. Chilling. No, hot, but trying to chill. Got the fan going full blast. Got some air conditioning going as well. So I'm pretty sure when the electricity bill comes, we'll all have to have a whip round, because I'll be bankrupt when the electricity bill comes. But yeah, trying to got all my washing done. That's a good thing. Things dry really quick in this weather, so I made full advantage of that. Amy says, Rob, I got my Mad About Skin retinol oil yesterday. Got the zoomies, just like Lola. Such a nice light oil, just enough for a light facial massage. Yay, Amy. First of all, thank you. I think most people now from the launch have got their retinol oils, which is amazing. And I know the last few, some got it like 4 days later. I saw some people in the States got their products like 4 or 5 days later. after they were sent, and others it took 3 weeks. I have no idea what's going on with international shipping, but as long as it's all got there, that's the main thing. So thank you so much, Amy, and I'm glad that you enjoy it. Kitty sending you lots of love to Greece. May says hi, Mad About Skin family, sending love to California, sending lots of love to California. Fristenberg, great to see you, my love, great to see you. May says, question from for the Mad About Skin Got You Covered Super Serum, can it be used in the same routine as AHA's and the Mad About Skin exfoliating gel? Yes, yes, and yes. So it's designed to kind of go with everything. The only thing I probably wouldn't use it alongside... Actually, you could probably use it for... If you've got very sensitive skin, proceed with caution, as I would recommend for everyone. For everyone else, it's absolutely fine, because the things in there are quite gentle. So, yes, you can use it alongside the exfoliating gel, any other exfoliating acid that you want to use, yes. In fact, because it's got azelaic acid in there, it can help calm and soothe the skin. So, over time, it'll help minimise irritation from any exfoliating products used, which, again, is a benefit. And I hope you're enjoying it, my love. Heather, great to see you. Great to see you. Gabriella says, hello from Texas. Hope everyone is staying cool. So ridiculously hot and humid here. One thing I will say, it's not too humid here. It's very hot, but it's not too humid. So sending love to Texas. But I didn't realise Texas got as hot as it did. I saw a programme and they were talking about just how hot Texas gets in the summer. I was like, oh, I imagined it'd be cooler. And then I looked at, I was like, I don't know why I thought that, because... You know, it's quite, you know, it's on a par with California that's known for being hot. So I don't know where my brain was going with that. But sending lots and lots of love to Texas. So Tom says hi to everyone. Rob will be here soon, just getting something cold to go with heat. Yeah, I got, excuse me. I got a big, this is a elderflower cordial, and it's very delicious. In fact, it's very, very delicious. And I put it in the biggest cup. This is actually like my NutriBullet thing, which isn't supposed to be drunk out of like that, but it was the biggest thing I could find, so we're working with it, even if it's not the classiest looking thing. Sweet Tea, how are you feeling, my love? I know you said you were feeling a little sick. How are you feeling? Hopefully you're feeling better, back onto good form now. Oh, by the way, just for those of you that are looking for some cat action, both Leo and Marcel are in the room. They were currently play fighting. Oh, I think you've probably just seen a cat delve. So, on the shelf behind, that way, I cleared off the books. I had loads of books, and I thought, you know what, there's no point in keeping all these books that I'm not going to read. I've already read them. I gave a lot of them away. I gave them to a reading club locally, and I gave some away to be resold. So, as you can see, there's a lot of play fighting going on. Now, Leo's favourite thing in the world is to sit on that shelf now. So, you probably will see Leo sitting on the shelf at some point. Yeah, we've got the zoomies. They seem to have the zoomies now. Marley says, hi everyone, excited for today's live stream. Received my Mad About Skin order last week, which had the retinol oil. It's so bougie. Currently having a mini purge, which means it's working already. Yeah, some people will, some people won't. So when you introduce a new product, occasionally you get, with a retinoid, you get a little purge, which is actually just the product, you know, increasing cell turnover, which is designed to do. Most people shouldn't, but some people do. I did ever so slightly, and then after a couple of weeks it went. But like I say, it does mean it's working. It's increasing that cell turnover, which is kind of what we're all going for, yeah. And I'm so glad you enjoy it. And thank you. Yeah, we mixed it up with the packaging and went for a darker colour packaging, which I know shocked and surprised a lot of people, but I thought, well, it's used in the evening, so going for a dark packaging, I don't know, it kind of felt like it was appropriate. I don't know. Seashine says, it's been a really long week. Looking forward to our time together. Thank you so much for joining, my love. And I'm sending you so much love. Gabrielle says, me, complaining about the heat, but sitting here drinking hot coffee. I think you might be part to blame for that, my love. Jan says, hello to everyone. Exactly 1 week today. I'll be in the air 2 hours from sunny Manchester. I heard it was raining in Manchester the other day. Basically, Manchester's famous for the UK could be like baking in desert-like heat and it will still rain in Manchester. And so one of my Mancunian friends did say, oh, we've got a bit of rain here. I was like, why am I not surprised? So hopefully this weather stays for you, Jan, and you get a very sunny Manchester. Let's see. Eloise, great to see you, my love. Robin, wonderful to have you here. Robin says, sending the rain and cool temperatures of Ontario to you, Rob. Me and Tom were just talking earlier today about how I think we've stolen the Canadian weather. Ontario should be a lot warmer than it is. We should be a lot cooler than we are. So I think we've swapped. Daniel Lynn said, good morning. Favourite body sunscreen for the family? Ooh, so many. So my top two, if I had to choose two, would be the Ultrist SPF 50 in the big tub. It's great. It's so affordable. It's so good. Great for all the family. They do a spray as well. And whilst I'm not the biggest fan of spray sunscreens, I always say, like, you spray yourself and the people on the sunscreen, like the sun loungers behind you. But if you like spray sunscreen for chasing the kids around the beach and just spraying at them, their spray sunscreen is also really, really good. I'd go for that because it's got the highest UVA protection that I've ever found in a body sunscreen. I also do love the Garnier Ombre Solaire 24-hour Hydra Protect. That one's really, really good. Let me just see if I can find a link. Let me just see if I can find a link to it. Because it's honestly one of my absolute favorites. I found a link just so you can see which one I'm on about. They do a spray. They also do a cream. Again, the spray is more like a pump rather than a spray, so I kind of like it. I think it works quite well. Let's just Garnier SPF. I recommend it all the time. It's so cheap. It's £5 here in the UK. Great price. So those were my top 2 recommendations, Danny, and hopefully you and your family enjoy them. Sweet Tea said, got all my stuff. So happy the Mad About Skin exfoliating jelly is the only thing that's got on me. Like, it didn't dry me out, irritate my skin. Yes. Yes, and I'm so glad it arrived, Sweet Tea. That makes me very, very happy. So Danny says, it's 90 and hot and about to spend time in the pool. That's good. Yeah, get that sunscreen lathered on and get in that pool. Both of those recommendations I shared with you are water resistant for 40 minutes as well. So that's pretty good for some added poolside protection. Shelley, great to see you, my love. Hope all is amazing with you. Katerina, great to see you too. Hope all is amazing with you. Molly says, can the Face Theory 15% azelaic acid be used alongside the retinol oil? Is there anything you wouldn't recommend using with the oil? Yes, so yes it can. I always recommend pairing retinoids with azelaic acid, match made in heaven. When it comes to what I wouldn't use with the Mad About Skin oil, I would be a little, I wouldn't use other retinoids with it because I think it would be too much for the skin. So I wouldn't use other retinoids with it. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else you couldn't use with it. I think you'd be absolutely fine. So yeah, I think it's designed to be gentle and flexible. So I think you're absolutely fine, but I wouldn't use it with another retinoid. Hopefully that helps. Robin says, I like the Ultras Big Pump SPF 30 and they make a 52. Yeah, I think we're all team Ultras. They're just such a great, affordable product. Like, so affordable. I like cheap, especially when you're talking about family skincare. You don't want to scrimp and save on the amount of sunscreen you're using, especially when it comes to the family. So I say go for something cheaper than you can layer so much on. Krista says, hello from the soggy east coast of the USA. Sending lots and lots of love to the east coast, my love. Feel free to send some of that rain this way. I think we need it. Daniel, it's my first time from Chicagoland. And then you lots and lots of love. There used to be a brand of pizza called Chicagoland here in the UK. We had Chicago Town and Chicagoland pizza. That reminded me of that. Now I fancy pizza. Beautiful Unapologetic says, just got my retinol yesterday. Can't wait to try it. Yay. Thank you so much. And I'm so glad that, yeah, I'm so glad it's all arrived. And I hope you absolutely love it. Hope you enjoy. Now, I was going to say, really meant to mention earlier, the sunscreen, I don't know, it's gone mad. Things have gone mad. The sunscreen we sold, I think we sold through about 50-60% of our stock in June alone. Gone. Like, I don't know where all of the sales came from. I'm not complaining, it's fabulous, but I have no idea where all the sales came from. It's gone mad, and we have now sold out. So for those of you that are wanting to get the sunscreen, it is sold out. However, we have put in an emergency order. We had another order on, but it wasn't going to be coming until September. So we put an emergency order and was like, yeah, we can't really do without it over summer. And the lab was like, yeah, don't worry, we can work our magic, we can rush things through. I was like, good. So they're making an emergency batch, which is great. It means when you get it fresh as it's gonna come, which is obviously the best thing possible. And that's on its way, so it should be there the first week of July. So if you're looking to buy the Mad About Skin sunscreen and it's out of stock, you will be able to, in a week's time, sign up to the newsletter and you'll be the first to know, because when it comes back there will be limited stock, just because we've just said give us what you can, maximum amount you can do, and they said okay. So it will be slightly limited if it keeps selling the way it has. So sign up to the newsletter and I'll let you know when it comes back in stock, and then we can, yeah, hopefully you'll be able to grab some. I just wanted you guys to know, in case anyone wanted to buy it, was like, oh, it's out of stock. It is coming back. It is coming back. We're working night and day to make sure it happens. Eloise said, took my 16-year-old down for piercings today. very brave. Industrial bar, second lobe, and nose. Okay, so I've had extra on my lobes and triple at the top. I'm going to have to be careful, especially cleansing and SPF. Yes, wow, a lot of piercing actually going on. Are you happy? Is your 16-year-old happy as well? The industrial bats, I think they look kind of cool. I do think that I'm not someone that's I had a big back in my youth. Very dim and distant moment. I had a which ear was it? I can't remember. I think it was this. Was it this side? Oh, I can't remember. No, I think it was here. Had the world's biggest Diamante stud, and I remember vividly that I came home from university, had done. And I went and had it done at Claire's Accessories, which if you're in the UK, you'll know Claire's Accessories is where every like 12-year-old gets their first piercing done. Anyway, I went to Claire's Accessories for it done because I was that cool. I must have been like 18. And I felt so like dizzy after I had it done. I think it was just the thought of it. Anyway, I was like, I have to lay down. Anyway, they made me lay down with a really pink fluffy pillow behind my head. I was like, the dignity had gone. The dignity had gone. Anyway, I had it done and I thought, this looks good. This looks good. It went so red, so inflamed, so like gammy and horrible. And I went home and my mum was like, I think that needs to come out. I don't think it's going well. And I was like, no, it's fine. It's fine. My mum was like, it's so red, I can see through it. I think it needs to go. I was like, no, it's fine. And my dad came home and in true Yorkshireman style, my dad walked in first time he'd seen it and he went, oh, bye, heck, lad. Wasn't expecting that. I was like, Dad, it's an earring. Like, men can have earrings. He was like, oh, no, not that. Just, is it sore? I was like, okay, look, I'll take it out. And that was my piercing experience. I think my parents were absolutely fine with it. I think they were just more like, oh, it doesn't look good. And that was the only time. And I think there's about 1 or 2 pictures in the world that still exist with me with this. And when the light hit it at the right angle, it was like a disco ball. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. So I think, yeah, it sounds to me like you and your 16-year-old had much more tasteful piercings today. And hopefully, aftercare, obviously, you don't need to be told, is key. But hopefully they look really, really good and you guys are happy with them. Anyway, says Rob, I see that you're talking a bit more about face theory. Have you forgiven them? Oh, yes. So, Amy, should we talk face theory quickly? So, are they forgiven? No. Am I a believer in second chances? Yes. I don't know. So, Face Theory, I used to love. I loved Face Theory as a brand. I thought their products were really great. They really worked for me. Recently, they put their prices up a lot internationally. In certain countries. Didn't really hear in the UK. It was kind of, they stayed the same, like maybe 10%, but that's inflation. But in the US, they put the price up a lot. And I said, do you know what? I don't think that's fair. I don't think it's fair that they're stinging you international customers. And I just didn't seem right. So I also had an issue with the fact that their products don't last that long. Once they're open, they last like 3 months instead of 6 months, which they say on the bottle. And I was like, I know they don't use a lot of preservatives, which some people really like. I don't personally care, but a lot of people like that. But they last about 3 months once opened, and it says 6 months on the bottle. Anyway, so I didn't use them for about a year, and I didn't recommend them on the channel for about a year, and it was fine. They've got some new products, and I'm not going to lie, I was interested, and I was tempted, but I didn't. And then Jamie, their founder, who I had no relationship with, never spoke to before in my life, reached out and said, oh, wondered if we could just have a bit of a chat, wanted to talk to you about a few things going on with the brand, do you fancy a chat? And I was like, yeah, sure, I mean, nothing is ever harmed from having a chat. So anyway, got on and had a chat with him. First of all, hands down, one of the nicest people ever, which is great, and was just really honest and frank. I was like, yeah, so he said, you know, I saw a video you did where you weren't overly complimentary of the brand, and this and that and the other, and I said, yeah, look, your international pricing, wrong. And he's like, yeah, actually, they did introduce new automatic pricing mechanism. A lot of brands do that. They price like automatically with the conversions and stuff. And it was fundamentally broken, which is why things were double the price in the States than what they should be currency equivalent versus the UK. It didn't work, things like that. It was like, we worked on it. We didn't notice it for like a week. And now we have, and you'll notice that the prices are now the right price. And I was like, oh, okay. And I went on and I was like, oh yeah, they are. They actually are. And he was like, we'll hold our hands up. You know, that was on us. And they said, and with the, we don't want to put a load more preservatives in our products. So we're doing our stability testing, making sure that all the, like, once opened, used within dates are accurate. We're redoing all our testing and we've updated everything. I was like, okay, fine. And I thought, you know what, actually, I'm a great believer in second chances with things, and I think the biggest thing to do is to own up to the problems that you have. Like, as a brand owner, I know that not everything goes right first time, and owning it, putting it right is kind of the main thing, and they've done that. So I can't say I'm as big a fan of them as I was back in the day 2 years ago, but I'm kind of feeling a bit more positive towards them in terms of the way that they've approached that. I thought that was good. I think owning things and, sorting it out, putting it right. He was talking about the refunds that they did for international customers that were caught up in that week a bit where the pricing was wrong. And I was like, okay, and they didn't have to do that because, again, they advertise a price, whether it's right or wrong. If you agree to pay it, you pay it. So they didn't have to do that, but they did. I think a lot of these things they did what I think was right in that situation. So yeah, I wouldn't say I'm brimming with fangirl moment for Face Theory, but I'm certainly more positive towards them now than I was, say, a year ago. I also think some of their products are really good. I think their Extra Glow Serum is market leading. I love their Polypeptide Serum. I think that's a really great option. I love their OcuWake Eye Cream. But I hated the fact it said it lasted 6 months when it only actually lasted 3. They've now changed that on the website and stuff to say it lasts 3. So again, I'm feeling more predisposed to that than maybe I used to be. So yeah, I guess that's my Face Theory journey. And at the end of the day, I'm always open with you guys about conversations that I might have with brands. I don't do sponsorship here on the channel. Never have, never will. And so I do. Well, actually, no, I tell a lie. I did one sponsorship about 2.5 years ago, really early on in the channel. I felt really grubby and dirty afterwards and never did it again. So, so it's a lie to say I never have. Once I did, didn't care for it, never doing it again. So that's the truth. And so it's fine for me to say things like, when I'm talking about these things, no money has crossed my hand. People aren't buying me to say, yeah, I think they're great again because someone's paid me off to say it. Absolutely not. I'll always be honest with you guys. And Face Theory, I think, some people will feel more forgiving than others. I think here in the UK, it's a bit easier to maybe forgive because our pricing wasn't all messed up than, say, in the States. But yeah, I'll leave it up to you guys. But I do think some of their products are really good. And that's kind of, I think, won me around a little bit. Thoughts? Face Theory thoughts? Share. Daniel said, I wish Korean sunscreens came in large bottles. Do you know what? What annoys me is sunscreen brands are now following the Korean model, all of them coming in 50ml. Really frustrating. That's not a lot of sunscreen. It's quite frustrating. I know the Naturium just launched a new sunscreen, which people are saying is really good. Haven't tried it. People are saying really good. 50ml. It's like $30. No, $28 50ml. Really? That's quite expensive. I noticed the L'Oreal launched new one, 50ml. And I think it's all down to this shrinkflation. They don't want to charge too much money, so they shrink the size of the product and hope that we're all too thick to notice. We notice. Anyway, I'm going to take a big sip of my drink. If you haven't already, if you could minimize the chat, hop over to that like button, give it a gentle caress. We're at 35 likes. I'm sure we can get to 100 by the end of the live stream. Give it a gentle tap, and then when you come back to the chat, it takes you back to where you are. I know it sounds like a broken record with content creators always saying don't forget to like and subscribe, but YouTube does genuinely measure your worth as a content creator based on the number of likes you get. So it's a great free way of helping out any content creator that you happen to enjoy. Me, anyone else, whatever. That is really good. I see. Gamers says, happy Saturday all. Got my Mad About Skin order last week and have been using the Retinol with A-Game 10. No purging, just a little dry. Also use it on the body and been loving it. Thanks for another amazing product. Yes. And I'm so glad it's working alongside with the A-Game. Like you say, you will get a little, when you introduce a new retinol, you can get a touch of dryness, which is always worth just adding a little extra hydration into your routine for the first couple of weeks. But yeah, it sounds good. And on the body, this is where I think actually an oil really comes into its own. On the body, on the neck, the chest, the body, the arms. Great. My top tip, if you bought the Mad About Skin retinol oil, best thing, put a couple of pumps on the backs of the arms. You'll have the smoothest arms you have ever had. A couple of weeks, smooth as, and it will also help just over time. I mean, it's not going to work miracles, but over time it will just firm things up a little bit. So definitely worth it. On the backs of the arms, pump each side each night. You'll love it. Oh, Marcel and Leo are getting a lot of attention. Bless them. They're worth it. A lot of kitty action. I see. I always tell you, it's worth joining these live streams just for the kitty action. Danny says, I have the Amber Solar. I actually just finished my bottle. I have to order from Amazon UK because I don't trust ordering from Amazon here. Just takes so long. It's true. It does take a bit long, which is a little annoying. Sweet Tea says, I owe you a Coke. There might be rum in it. Always best. Cole Space says, hi, sending lots of love. Seashine saying, having that thing where my forehead is textured but the rest of my face is okay. What can I use? I genuinely think if you've got one area on the skin that's a little on the textured side versus the rest, a very light physical exfoliation can really help. Not talking like scrub, absolutely not. But maybe get a muslin cloth, which you can buy. Face Theory, we just mentioned them, they do one. Max and Spencer's here do some. I think Stratia do some. Anyway, muslin cloth, you can get Liz Earle do them. And basically, use your cleanser, work your cleanser in as you normally would. Rinse it off here with just water like you would, and then take your muslin cloth, wet it, just get it slightly like lukewarm, and then take it off the area where you've got texture with that muslin cloth. Very gentle physical exfoliation, and be so good. I promise it'll work within like a week. So good. Danny said the Korean posture is supposed to be really healing. Yeah, the Korean ones are the most gentle. They're the ones I'd probably go for. I am lazy. I don't want to wait for the order, so I got some in Boots. But they do work really well. Anne says, hi Rob. Irish Anne here. Hello. Sending lots of love. Just want to say, I got my most recent order and it was with me in 6 days as opposed to 4 weeks. The change you've made to the delivery process has made a huge difference. Ka-ching. Yeah, we've been working behind the scenes to speed up the delivery. It is difficult as a small business to kind of make sure that you're keeping the price down, because I don't want to overcharge any of you guys for shipping. I want it to be as cheap as possible, but also speeding up the time. So we've worked with our delivery partner to do a lot of the pre-clearance for any custom stuff, which means a lower risk of any customs charges and speedier turnaround. And we're also working on making sure from my end that everything goes out of the door the next day. So there's no waiting for it to be fulfilled, out the next day, which is working quite well. It's trimmed about 5 days off the average delivery time to the States, around 4 days to Australia, and like I say, really made a big difference to Europe as well. So hopefully we can start seeing those reductions come, because I want everyone to get their stuff next day. It's not feasible without paying astronomical prices, but anything I can do to speed it up, you guys know I definitely will. So I'm so happy, Anne, that that things have sped up with the delivery, and yeah, that makes me very, very, very happy. Amy says, is that Leo or Marcel dusting the bookshelf? Is there anyone on there now? They're not currently. Leo's passed out on the sofa with the heat. So Leo, I don't think you guys have seen Leo in ages, have you? So I will bring him over by the end of the live stream. I'll bring him over to say hi. But that will be Leo on the shelf. Scott says, on the topic of masks, any experience with Skin 1004 zombie witch or mummy packs? They seem gimmicky for this brand. Yeah, so I haven't tried them. I'm loving everything Skin 1004. Absolutely loving it. Those packs, I just think they're really gimmicky looking, and so I'm scared to try them because I don't want it to dent my opinion of Skin 1004. So I haven't tried them, Scott, because me and you seem aligned on our views of that. Looks gimmicky. I might be tempted around Halloween. I'll let you know my thoughts. Robin said, I had a reaction to something this week and my face was red and irritated. Used Mad About Skin sunscreen because it was very sunny and worried about my skin. No irritation at all. Amazing. This is true, actually. With irritated skin, always use your sunscreen still. I know you feel like you want to put nothing on your skin, but sunscreen, particularly irritated skin, needs that sunscreen. Shelley said, I bought Eliza Skin Vitamin C Serum. How do I use it? Twice a week? Every day? Morning? Evening? So I would say morning, because you get the antioxidant benefit. I would use it just once a day in the morning. I would probably start using it every other day, and then see how your skin tolerates it. If your skin doesn't have any irritation from it, you can go up to it every day. Like, your goal should be every morning in the morning, if that's possible. If it's not, every other day is absolutely fine. But it's a gorgeous product. Let me know what you think. Suzanne says, I think our order is still stuck where in customs. Actually, Suzanne, I have an order update. I meant to text Tom about this because I know he could message you. So it was with customs, and to be fair to your customs authority, I will say, hands down, the nicest customs people I've ever spoke to, because they email, and you got a personal email from a real person, not just an automated one, from an actual, like, person. And they gave me a little bit of an update on things. And basically, they were checking the code. You have to put a code for the customs thing, and it's passed. So I imagine your order will be. I'm gonna guess Monday. I'm gonna guess Monday. It won't be Sunday. I'm gonna guess Monday. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Monday. Judging by what they said, I just don't want to. I don't want to jinx it too much. But my guess is Monday. But I did speak to this guy, and he was so nice, like the nicest person I think I've ever spoke to in my life on email. And I can say, like, so I'm gonna say Slovenian customs, probably the friendliest I've ever come across. He had not what I thought was a Slovenian name. So his name was Gary, which didn't strike me as a particularly Slovenian name, Suzanne. You correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe everyone in Slovenia is called Gary. But Gary at Slovenian Customs is possibly the nicest person I've ever spoken to on email. So there you are. I'm going to add him to my Christmas card list. Kenzjik, I hope I pronounced that right, said, hi, I have breakouts around the jaw area, neck area, and acne. 2 pimples that last forever. What should I do? I've been doing alternate day salicylic acid retinol. Progress is slow. Well, you can actually up to every day. So you could be using your salicylic acid on a morning, your retinol on an evening. That could work. I would probably get some adapalene. So adapalene, also known as Differin, is like a second generation retinoid, which is particularly good for acne and reducing the size of any pimples too. So I would probably do salicylic acid daily on a morning. I would then use your retinol on an evening, switch to adapalene. I think you'll get quicker results. Hopefully that helps. Priya says, hi there, Rob. Do you know a mineral sunscreen SPF 50, no denatured alcohol, fragrance, or essential oils? No. No. Not off the top of my head. The essential oils is the bit that's going to get me, because most of the ones that I like do have at least some fragrant oil in there. So would you mind, Priya, just copying that comment and leave it in the main comment section, and I will have a look after. I'll go through my stash of mineral sunscreens that I love and just choose the ones that don't have alcohol, fragrance, and essential oils. I really like the Haru mineral one, which is great, but I don't know whether it's got essential oils in or not. I'll have to check. You could go for, actually, the Dr. I do know that the Dr. Veneta Rattan Unzinkable has none of those things in and is an SPF 50 and feels nice on the skin. It's not the cheapest, but I do know people really love it, and I had a good experience with it. So that is one that I definitely know has none of those things in. Matt, great to see you, my love. Hope all is amazing with you. Scott says, it's just like some algorithm made them just to appeal to me. I know. Sometimes I'm sure the algorithm, it's watching me. Rose says, do you think the PSA silver lining cream is too unsafe during pregnancy due to the silver? I think it would be, personally, I think it would be fine, but I think pregnancy, different, I would do your due diligence. I would reach out to the company and I would ask them, because they might have some testing on that, or they might have some understanding of it. So reach out to the company and ask. I would also speak to your pregnancy advisor, whether it's midwife, doctor, whatever. I would ask the question, because I think they'll be in a position to know your situation, and also they'll be able to give much better information. So I'd reach out to the brand, and I would reach out to your pregnancy support, whoever that happens to be. Colleen says, thank you so much for the advice about the ordinary aloe last week. I was really confused until I heard your feelings, because of you have such a glow up. Yeah, I expected that product to do nothing. Not gonna lie, it's aloe. What's it gonna do? Nothing. Pointless. And then I used it and I was blown away. So, yeah, I genuinely was a really, really good product. I was so impressed. So, happy to recommend that to everyone. And I'm glad you've got your glow game on, my love. Sending you lots and lots of love. Amy says, I love the black packaging with the white flowers. Thank you, Amy. Thank you. We thought, mix it up a little. Keep it fresh. Christopher says, I love the packaging of the retinol line. Of course, I love the product. Thank you, Christopher. I'm just so glad everyone's arrived, and it's going to be, that makes me very, very happy. Since I said the heat has made me wake up looking like a congested grease ball. Guess it's time to switch out my Sickle Fate moisturiser for lighter. Yeah, I adore the Sickle Fate moisturiser. Hero, not in summer. Going nowhere near my skin in this weather. Nowhere near it. May says, I'm super excited to receive my retinol oil. Loving the Mad About Skin All Day Antioxidant Cream. Love goes a long way, and love how lightweight it is. This is true, and I think with the antioxidant cream, a little does go a long way, particularly on oily skin. I use it as my moisturiser on when I use it. It's enough, and I think that's the key thing to realise. If you've got dry skin type, put your moisturiser on top. Oily skin, it's enough. Let's see. Daniel says, where would I get the big tub of the Ultras? I think they do it from their website, but I'm not sure where they're shipped to. But I will have a look. So TA said, why did the UK ban retinol? It didn't. The European Union restricted retinol to, or is in the process of restricting retinol to 0.3% or lower. At the moment, the EU legislation takes a long time to go through, so it'll be over the next 18 months that this ban is phased in. Any product with a retinol concentration of above 0.3% will no longer be available for physical sale in the European Union. The UK isn't in the EU. We don't follow we follow some of their rules still voluntarily. We don't follow those rules, so it will still be available in the UK, which is good for the European Union customers because they can order from the UK and have it shipped in, and that's absolutely fine. So Matt said the Garnier Advanced Sensitive Ceramide Protect 50 Plus is fragrance free and a good alternative to the Hydrate 24, which has perfume. This is true. If you want fragrance free, follow Matt's advice with the Garnier Advanced Sensitive Ceramide Protect. That's a really good option. I personally like the scent of the Hydra 24. I like fragrance in my sunscreen. I know a lot of people don't. So it's good that you've got two options depending on what you want. So Sweet Tea said, I want to pick up the Water Baby sunscreen for my body. Does it stain the clothes? It doesn't. It is a little bit on the thicker side. This is the copper tone one. It's a little bit on the thicker side, so I would personally use it on the body and use something more lightweight on the face. But yeah, it works so good. I didn't stain my clothes, not at all. Christopher says, don't mention pizza. I want pizza, and I want pizza. I really want pizza. Chicago pizza is also amazing. Like, really, really good. Suzanne says, congratulations on selling out of all the stock. Your sunscreen is truly amazing. So proud of you. Thank you, Suzanne. Thank you. And yeah, Scott, do you know what, Scott? What made me laugh? Scott is there saying, got my order in last week. What was really funny is the last order I packed. So I was looking at the stock that we had of the sunscreen, and I was like, looking at it and thinking, when do I have to take it out of stock? And I put it out of sale. The last package I packed with the sunscreen in was Scott's. I was like, it's cleaned us out. So Scott, you got the very last sunscreen that was on sale. So Danny says, so awesome, very interesting antioxidant serum. Thank you. I hope you enjoy it if you do try it. Jules has said, best Korean sunscreen, Skin 1004. Amazing. I also do like the Numbuzzin one though. Numbuzzin do a new one and it's so lightweight. It is gorgeous. Genuinely great. Eloise said yes, we both like our piercings, and the one was great, not much pain at all. Good. That's gold dust. Keep her in your contacts, Eloise. She sounds like a good one. Krista says, at 15, my son told me he was going to get a green mohawk. I said, go for it. He said, I'm serious. I said, I know you are serious. Do it. Don't care. He didn't do it. This is true. My mum and dad are great at the whole reverse psychology. So, my mum and dad are pretty cool anyway. They genuinely don't care what we do. It's our lives. It's fine. But my brother me and my youngest brother were always conformists. So we never did anything outrageous. We were always well behaved. We were always like, we were easy. My middle brother, he's a superstar. I love him to bits. But he always liked to push the rules a little bit. And he'd always come back, Mum, I'm getting a motorbike. And my mum knew how to play him brilliant. My mum has this thing about motorbikes. I don't have anything wrong with motorbikes, but mum was always like, oh, don't get on a motorbike, it's dangerous. So he was like, I'm getting a motorbike. And I was like, oh, you go for it. Come on, we'll go into town and we'll pick a helmet out. We'll have a look at some of the options. Let's go through it. And he was like, oh, well, I'm not getting one now. And then same with the tattoo. He was like, I'm getting a tattoo. My mum really isn't a fan of tattoos. And he was like, I'm getting a tattoo. And mum was like, okay, have you got any ideas what you want? Show me some of your inspo. Let's have a look. That's fine. He was like, no, I'm serious. I'm getting one. And I was like, great. Show us what you're going to get done. Has he ever got a tattoo? No. She was great at the whole reverse psychology. Sweet Tea said my ears are double pierced and that's it. I'd love more, but saving up for my tattoo comes first. And then ear cuffs. Oh, what tattoo are you getting, Sweet Tea? I've never had a tattoo. I wouldn't ever have a tattoo because I'm too fickle. So I get it and I think, oh, I love that. Oh, it's amazing. And then 2 years later, I'm like, I hate it. I'm over it. It's awful. So that's the reason I wouldn't get a tattoo. I just know how my mind works. But I'm always interested in what other people get and what their motivation is. So I would love, let me know, Sweet Tea. What are you going to get? Beautiful Unapologetic says, I have a question. I use the Mad About Skin serum at night because it's a little too thick for the daytime. Perfect. Can I mix it with the Mad About Skin retinol? You can. I personally you absolutely can use the two together, no problem. You can technically mix them and it wouldn't be too much of an issue. What I would do is I would use a toner, damp the skin, because then the serum will go on so much better on damp skin, and then put your retinol on top. I think that will work better. You can technically mix them. There's nothing in there that means you couldn't, but I think you'd have a better application experience if you used toner, serum, then retinol on top, and I think you'll get great skin. I agree. I mean, the Mad About Skin serum is on the thicker side because it's so packed full of active ingredients. There's no filler in there to water it down, so it's just ingredients. So it is a little bit on the thicker side, which works really well for dry skin types. Some people might say it's a bit too heavy during summer. That's okay. Use it in an evening. You're right. Do the right thing. Use it in an evening. You get the same great results, but then you don't have to like worry too much. You know. Suzanne says, "I'm actually planning to use Mad About Skin moisturizer. I forgot it was on order." Well, Suzanne, don't worry because it's coming on Monday. My Mystic Meg Terror reading says it's coming on Monday, and me and Tom are gonna pop open the Asti, the bottle of Asti when it arrives. I can't wait. So let's see. Robin says, "I use a hydrating toner with the Mad About Skin serum to thin it out. Beautiful on a pot." Yeah. Robin, seriously, are we the same person? What's happening? Are you reading? You're reading my mind, or am I reading your mind? Who wrote that first? Robin says, "What do we think of the new Skin Rocks cleanser?" I quite like it. I haven't used it, so I'm just going off the formulation. Haven't actually used it yet, but I think it looks promising. I think it looks, yeah, I'm impressed. I think it could work quite well. I will let you guys know what I think when I do get a chance to try it. But I'd say so far, yeah, so good. So far, so good. Just based on the ingredients and other people, I've heard other people say. First, let's see. Let's see. Oh, I've lost where I am. There we are. First time I lost where I am in the chat. I'm doing well. Jan said, "I had problems with the Okiwiki eye cream. Did not fare well in the Bangkok heat, and Face Theory refunded me 4 tubes, so can't complain. Will always buy the super." Yeah, this is true. Their customer service, when they get it wrong, they correct it. And I think with the Okiwiki eye cream, it is great, but I think you have to keep it in the fridge. It's not great in a lot of heat. I wish in some instances they put a few more preservatives in their products. I know that will annoy some people, but I think that would help a little bit. But anyway, that's just my thought. May says, "Any questions on the Mad About Skin being in a pump bottle like the retinol oil?" Oh, okay, so I can give you a little update on all of this. So we are currently going through an entire rebranding. I have the rebranding workshop day on Friday. Where we're finalising everything. We're going through a full rebranding. The products are going to be going into some physical stores in the next 3 or 4 months. Can't really say too much more, but there'll be stores that you've heard of, which is quite exciting. And they've asked for a little bit of an update of the branding, which I think is fine. What sells well online doesn't always sell well in a physical store in terms of you need things to be eye-catching. I wanted to tweak the packaging anyway, so we're going to go for an airless pump on the serum as opposed to the dropper bottle. That's based on feedback and just to make it super easy. And that's because it's a thicker product. I think a pump is just better. We're going to go for, we're going to have a lipstick bullet, as well as a tub option on the lip conditioner, again based on people's feedback. We're gonna change the look of the products. It's gonna, all I can say is the price isn't going up because of the rebrand either. I know every brand, they rebrand and they put the price up, and it's really annoying. Not gonna happen, so don't worry about that. But it is just designed for the physical stores that we're gonna go into. I think it'll make it better, and obviously it'll carry across onto what's available online as well. So yeah, we're doing a complete packaging overhaul, redesign, and I think it's going to be amazing. I am so excited for this, so excited. Products themselves won't change at all, though. No change at all. Patrick, great to see you, my love. Nelson says, "The trouble with skincare is you can have the most perfect settled routine, all products 10 out of 10, but you'll still feel the need to try new and look better. It's a never-ending journey." It is, and I would say when it comes to skincare, consistency is key. Mix it up because you want to try something new, not because you're constantly chasing something. You've got to use things consistently to get the best results. So always bear that in mind. As humans, we always want to try something new. You might have your absolute favourite brand of bread, and you will always try the new bread that's on sale in the store because you want to try something new. And it carries across to skincare. So what I would say is have your core routine. I have the same 6 products that I use day in, day out. And then I mix it up with some of the other things to kind of get a bit of variety in. So don't change your whole routine, but it's okay to add something new in every now and then. That's what I would say. Hopefully that makes sense. Jan says, "Will there be the best place to get the Snoxin 2 when I get home? I'm dying to try it." everywhere Jam is sold out everywhere, but I did hear from Boots that they were getting a new stock of it in, and they've currently got a 33% off sale on Indeed Labs. And I said, when you get your new stock, will the Indeed Labs Sonoxin 2 also be included in that 33? And they said yes. So I would say hit Boots, because you're going to get 33% off, and they did say they were getting some new stock in. I don't work for them, so I can't promise that, but that's what the sales associate there said, and she's very lovely. LA Seagull, I love that name, says, hi Rob, Mad About Skin family, would you ever consider doing a vlog showing your fur babies? I don't like vlogs, and I don't dislike vlogs, I'm not very good at them, and I'm not very good at filming them, but I would quite happily, I do want to do, basically I want to do, I'm going to try, because I'm visiting the lab, the product lab, in the next couple of months, and I want to do like a filming of the process, the lab, a little bit of that behind the scenes stuff. And that's going to be my first like venture into vlogging properly. And then that might, if that goes well, it might give me more confidence to do some other things. I'm quite happy to share my life. Whether people will be interested, different kettle of fish. But I'm happy to share my life. I just need to get better at the editing. Gina says, what cleansers would you recommend for dry skin that's becoming oilier because of humidity this summer? I do my own cleanser that's actually perfect for that. However, you don't have to just buy my brand. However, it is dry skin appropriate because it adds hydration back in, and it does rinse away completely, so there's no risk of it like feeling really oily on the skin. However, you don't have to shop mine. You could also, I would say, get a really nice cream cleanser, whichever one. Cream cleansers are great for summer because they give a little more hydration than a gel cleanser, but they're not as thick as an oil cleanser. So a cream cleanser, whichever brand you choose to go for, will be my recommendation. Kelly says, great show, thank you. And I always love your great skincare information. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you for all your support. Marley says, great mineral sunscreen without denatured alcohol, fragrance, essential oils. Is a Dr. V insinkable? We're on the same page, Marley. Same page. Beautiful Unapologetic says, another question. You did a shot on the Coppertone Water Baby sunscreen. Can you use that on your face? You can. It's a little bit on the thicker side as sunscreens go, just a little bit. So I think it works really well. But it might be a little bit thicker, but that's certainly not bad if you want to put it on there and it lasts a long time. So yes, you absolutely can, just make sure that it's the right texture for you, if that makes sense. Priya says, thank you Rob, I saw hers, thank you, but shipping is expensive for me. I will copy and paste my question. Yeah, happy to give you some other, in that comment as well, just edit your comment and just put where in the world you're shopping from, because then I'll be able to tailor the response to what I think you can get wherever you happen to be shopping. May says, hi Rob and Mad About Skin family. Anyone have recommendations for fragrance-free foam body wash? I am the wrong person to ask because I love fragrance in my body wash. I am like full fragrance moment for body wash shower gel. So I'm the wrong person to ask for that. So if anyone has a recommendation for a fragrance-free body wash, let us know in the comments because I would love to hear it. Amy says, harrow everything. I agree. Love it. Manuel, great to see you, my love. Sweetie says, Rob, I know what SPF I'm going to be using on my face, silly. I should have guessed, Sweetie. Molly says, is the Mad About Skin antioxidant cream similar in texture to the Pacifica Vegan Ceramide lotion? Yeah, I think that would be quite a good comparison in textures. Yeah, I think that's a fair comparison. It's more of a lotion than a cream. Yeah, I think that would be fair. Krista said, I ordered 3 sunscreens a while ago. Not that I'm feeling smug or anything. Krista, you got in there just in time. Not smug, but smug adjacent. Amy says, Rob, speaking of your dad, did he get the mini hamburgers on his feet? He did. He bought sliders. He's now the coolest guy in Yorkshire. If you weren't on last week's live stream, my dad for Father's Day asked him what he wanted. He said he wanted some of those slider things, which apparently is what we call those like slip-in sandal things, like flip-flop sandal thing with the thing over, which apparently sliders in America are mini hamburgers. So it's hamburger feet. He did. He bought them. He's very proud of them. He's living his best slider life. he's just waiting for the cruise to come around so he can wear them now, because me and my family, we're all going on a cruise in November. Very excited. Me, my mom, my dad, my brother. It's going to be amazing. Absolutely amazing. Caribbean, here we come. First stop is Barbados. We'll have known what's hit it when we turn up. And I think every day, like my mom's messaging like, can't wait for the cruise. When's the cruise? What shall I wear on the first night of the cruise? We're in full holiday mode, even though it's months away. Marley says, what will the next Mad About Skin launch be? Still working on the azelaic tranexamic acid serum? I am. The next release is going to be the peptide serum, though. Coming later this year. Cannot wait. It's going to be amazing. Nathan says, hi, I'm starting to use Face Theory 50% azelaic acid since I was influenced by you. I do love it. It's a good product. It's a good product. How should I properly introduce it to my skin? Like, how many times should I apply it for the first weeks? I would honestly say, Nathan, go in daily with it once a day at the start and see how your skin reacts. Some people get some prickling with it and so find that they don't want to use it as often as that, and it takes time to adjust to it. Other people don't have this issue. So try it. Try it every day on a morning. See how you get on with it. If you find that it is quite prickly and you get some sensitivity, go for every other day and then build up from there. Ultimately, you can use it twice a day. So azelaic acid 15%, you can use morning and evening, but I would build up to that. Another top tip is keep it in the fridge, because you'll get less irritation when you apply it if it's cool. So keep it in the fridge. And also you can mix it in with your moisturiser. If you find it irritating on the first use, mix it in with your moisturiser until your skin gets used to it. So yeah, those would be my top tips. So Suzanne says, thank you, Rob, for the info about the customs. You were top of the best customer service when it comes to your company. Oh, thank you. But Gary isn't a Slovene name. No, I have a feeling that Gary might be living in Slovenia, but I don't feel that he's from there with that name. He's probably from Yorkshire, Suzanne. It's probably like we've infiltrated Slovenia. But yeah, his customer service was great at customs, so yeah, can't knock him. Sweet Tea says, I've always related to cats. I want to knock things down, look how cute a nap. This is basically all my cats do. Knock things off shelves and nap. Mally says, how many pumps of the retinol serum should we use? 1 pump enough. I would say 1 pump for face, 1.5 pump face and neck. Go for that. If you've got a big face, it depends on the size of your face. I've got a big face. There's a lot of face. And so I tend to use 1.5 pumps on my face, 0.5 pump on the neck. So 2 pumps for like face and neck. If you've got a smaller face, might need use less, but yeah, there or thereabouts. John Cheffy says, I use Tret my evening skincare to cleanse, Tret moisturiser. Shall I use my toners in the PM again? I would, as long as it don't feel like it's overloading the skin, because obviously it's quite warm at the moment. And John, I'm sure Essex is just as warm as it is here in Southampton. So yeah, as long as it's not feeling like you're overloading the skin, I think that could be a nice addition. Robin says, so exciting going into retail. Congrats. Thank you. I'm very excited. I can't wait to it. It's embargoed, so I can't tell you, but I can't wait to tell you. That's all I'll say. All I'll say is people will know. That's all I'll say. Yana says, hi everyone. I've only 1 to 2, already 16 years. Real footprint of my newborn son from the baby book with his name on my ankle. That's cute. Okay, we like that. That's good. And that's the sort of thing that doesn't get old. It's not like, you know, like it's a memory. You know, it's a memory. It's, yeah, you've got that family connection. Yeah, I think that's very, very, very nice. I think that's a good idea. And Mason, thank you for all you do listening to your customers. You've got a loyal customer for life. Thank you. That's very nice. Thank you. Amy says, rebranding stores. Well, I know, Amy. I'm embargoed. And as someone who is a incorrigible gossip, it's very hard embargoing me on anything. Literally anything. Anything. The only person I've told is Tom. And I don't even think I should have told Tom. I think an embargo means you tell nobody. But I told Tom. Oh, I told my mum. And she's also really rubbish at keeping secrets. John says, hi Rob, are we going to get more skincare products from your brand, especially for melasma? Anything in the pipeline? Yes, there may just be an azelaic tranexamic acid combination in the pipeline, just saying, and that would be perfect for melasma because they're high concentrations of both, which will work really, really well. So yes, coming to a web shop and physical store now near you very soon. Mally says, what, can't wait for the rebrand of the physical stores. Good luck. Thank you very much. John says, vitamin C, Revolution Skin does a great vitamin C derivative cream cleanser. Their cream cleanser vitamin C is great, John. That is a great option. Thank you for calling that out. Carolyn says, I will start tretinoin soon. We'll start slowly and think I'll use other actives. But do you think I could use a Skin 1000 for centella serum still? Yes. I think you can. I think it would actually be wise if you're starting tretinoin. Don't eliminate all actives. Still keep a Cica, still keep an azelaic acid, because those two will work to minimize the side effects from tretinoin. So I would say don't go cold turkey on your actives. Still use centella, still use azelaic acid, and then use tret alongside it. Sweet Tea says, Rob, could you do shorts? Just cute videos of the fur and feather babies, not a whole vlog. I could do a shorts video. Don't worry, when I get to the end of the comments, I'm going to go and pick up Leo, who is still there. Bless him, and you'll all get to see him. It's a rare treat because Leo doesn't often, he's camera shy. He doesn't often, you always see Lorne, who, by the way, will be waiting at the door. The dog will be at the door right now. I can guarantee it. Hassan says, how would I remove my neck darkness? If you have discoloration on the neck, there's a couple of things to do. First of all, it can actually be, one of my friends had it, and it was actually linked to their diabetes. So I would say, based on that, just double check. It probably isn't, but just double check your blood sugars and make sure that that's not a cause of it, because my friend was pretty alarmed when she found that out, and now she's been able to get that under control and it's disappeared. So double check that just to make sure it's not. And then with everything else, I would say just use the skincare that you use on your face. It'll work really, really well. So exfoliation, but gentle, because the neck is quite sensitive. And use your azelaic acid, your tranexamic acid, and it will definitely help. Kalia says, just started watching your skincare reviews, very informative. Thank you. Just wanted to ask how you apply your Alice of Skin 20% vitamin C. It's a bit thick. I actually love it as a moisturizer. It's got a dimethicone base, so it's a bit on the thicker side. So I tend to apply it onto damp skin, not wet, just damp with a bit of serum. Put it on top, glides on, feels beautiful, and then let it sink in for 2 minutes and say, do I need a moisturizer after it? For a lot of people, you probably don't. Some people might, but you probably won't need a moisturizer after it, so it can act as a moisturizer and a vitamin C all in one. So my top tip would be, let it sink in for 2 minutes and assess whether you need a moisturizer. And if you do, great. If you don't, it's fine. And yeah, I would then see, just see how your skin reacts to it. Use it every day on the morning. It's great because it's in that silicone base. You shouldn't get too much irritation. So even though it's a 20% high concentration, you shouldn't get too many irritations. Hopefully that helps. Robin said, I got the Q&A body wash, oil wash. It's divine. Run. Don't work. No. Do as Robin says. I bought this. Run. Don't walk. £9 for 250ml body oil. It doesn't get better than that. It's so good. And the smell, it's like a tropical island. It smells so good. And your skin is so smooth afterwards. I put it in my gym bag because the only encouragement to get me to the gym is knowing that I can have a shower with that afterwards. Done. So get it. It's like £9. It's so good. Mally says, a good fragrance-free body wash is the simple micellar shower gel. That's also very good, actually. If you want fragrance-free, that is really good. Krista said, I want to try some new products, but I'm still working through my Christmas stash. Although I'm getting low on my Mad About Skin serum, that's non-negotiable. Krista? Love you. I do love a good Christmas stash as well. I've still got a couple of products. I've opened everything, but I've got a couple that I'm still working through, so I'm with you. Tom is also team Q&A shower oil. It's so good. It is so good. Every says, look fantastic has Synoxin too. That's true. If you want to order online, Jan, look fantastic also has it. Beautiful or apologetic said, just purchased the Ultimate Collection. Have liked the products I've tried so far. Oh, thank you. Hopefully you'll love the other products that you haven't tried just yet. And thank you very much for your support. Frisaberg says, Rob, will there be a body lotion size in the Mad About Skin moisturiser? Need one to mix my retinol oil with. Frisaberg, so what the plan was, you've heard it here first, you've all heard it here first. So what I was going to do is do a 300ml size of the Mad About Skin moisturiser that people can then use on the body with the saving. So it was going to cost a third less because you were buying in bulk. I can't do that for a number of reasons at the moment because the tubs that I need to put it in, we couldn't get hold of. It was all a bit of a hot mess, and it was really, really difficult. So we couldn't actually make it work. So what I'm going to be doing from July is, if you remember last year, we did a 3 for the price of 2. So buy 2, get 1 free on the moisturisers, and that did really well. People loved it. They went mad for it. I'm going to do the same. So that way you can buy the equivalent of a 300ml for 33% less. So that's my way of saying I can't do it all in one just yet. We're working on it. But in the meantime, that'll help. Hopefully that makes sense, Fristerberg. Tom says my lips are sealed. Oh, Tom, I'm not worried about you. Tom is ultimate discretion. Tell Tom something, it stays with him. So Tom, my mother, on the other hand, half of Yorkshire, probably already aware. John says, I'm loving the simple toner with witch hazel. I like a little witch hazel in summer. It helps with my oily skin. I'm going to say anything. Sweet Tea says, Tom, do you have something to share with the class? Tom is ultimate discretion. I believe the only way that Tom could ever be convinced to tell and dish the dirt will be with a 16-litre box of wine. Just saying. And then Tom says even a 16-litre box of wine can get me to talk. Tom, we might be on the same wavelength. Suzanne says, so sorry, we're going to have to rewatch part of this live stream. Baby, cats, kind of bada boom. Love you guys. Love you, Suzanne. Love to Jan too. Hope Jan is doing well. Sending you both so much love. Amy says, Colin Rob's mom straight after the live. Oh, all I'll say, Amy, is brace yourself because my mom is fabulous. Me and her are very similar. I can't wait to go on holiday with her because we get on so amazingly well. It's going to be an amazing 2 weeks. And she's ridiculously young. My mum is ridiculously young. She had me when she was ridiculously young, and so we're basically the same age. Not quite, but like we're on the same like generation. And she's ridiculously amazing. But technology, smartphone, never existed in our world. Like to see a text, it's painful, and then the phone is great. So I'll ring her, and first of all, like some of the texts should come through. We text it like, "Hi Rob, this is your mother." I know, Mom. You're texting from your phone. It says, "Mom." I know. Still, this is your mother. Yeah. And then on the phone, she's chatting to me on the mobile. We chat, and she's hollering at me. Like I said to her, "You can put the phone down, woman. You don't need to make the call. I can hear you. I can hear you halfway across the country hollering." So all I'll say, Amy, is if you do want to give my mum a call to get all the gossip, brace yourself. She's a superstar, though. Molly said, Tom isn't going to reveal anything, so we need to have a gossip session with Rob's mum. I should be very open. My mum is very open to bribes. Take her for a few cocktails and a nice Italian meal, and yeah, you'll be fine. Krista says, the azelaic acid tranexamic acid combo should work very well for my rosacea. When do you think it'll be ready? I would say we're aiming for the peptide serum late this year. I think the azelaic acid tranexamic acid combo will be ready at the start of next year, hopefully, very early. We launched the antioxidant cream in January, which everyone said was the worst idea in the world. Who launches something straight after Christmas? I agree, but then it sold really well and everyone loved that. So we'll probably do the same with this. Tom says, I've been trying to get Rob's mum on the live stream to spill the tea for ages. Don't worry, we'll do a live stream from our cruise cabin because we're setting off on a Saturday. So we'll do a live stream from our cruise cabin. I'll get mum on it. John says, hi, thank you so much for always giving us discounts. Keep it up. Thank you, John. I'm very, very happy. Oh, there's a chicken outside the door. Hello, chicken. Well, I don't know what she's found. She's loving it, loving whatever she's found. It'd be something gross. Let's see where I am. FB says, is there a reason I was blocked from commenting? No, you are commenting now. I don't know how that can happen. You're commenting now. Sweet Tea says, you got tea about Rob. No one's going to know the tea about me. Mai says, is it Mad About Skin Moisturiser fragrance free? Yes, it's free of artificial fragrance. So there's no artificial fragrance in there. There's a couple of plant derivatives in there that are used to for the calming and soothing benefits that they bring, and they give a vague scent to it. So there's no artificial fragrance, but it has a vague scent to it. But everyone seems to like it, so it's fine. Robin said, my parents write text like a letter. Dear Robin, love mum. Oh yeah, I get that. I get that all the time. Flower Power says, hi, is the Mad About Skin antioxidant cream lighter than the moisturiser? Yes. Lighter. Yeah. I had to think about that. Yes. Jan said, would you ever do a skincare video with your mum? Oh, the problem is we're very similar. That could go either way. It could be a total success or a total disaster. I'm not sure. But yes, I would consider it. John says, love the smell of the moisturiser. Yay! And Jan said, we'd love to meet her. Oh, she can give you all the goss on me. She can give me all the goss. Me and my mum, like all my mum always laughs, so we were like, she's incredibly, like, fabulous as a mother, but we always laugh because there was we were watching a program. It must have been one of these true crime programs, and I was watching the program with a friend, and they were saying that basically this person had committed a crime and their mom had kind of knew about it but had kind of not covered it up but not been entirely truthful and kind of like half protected the son, and everyone was outraged and was like, no, you do the right thing, you do don't do that. And my friend was like, absolutely, no, you don't do that or whatever. I was like, right, my mum was like, mum, just murdered someone, what do you do? She was like, oh, I'll meet you in half an hour with a shovel. I was like, I haven't. Just to be clear, I haven't. But if you would, she was like, yeah, I'll be there with a shovel, don't worry. I was like, great. So we definitely know where she stands on that. It says, my 90-year-old mum is a whiz with her iPhone and iPad. I think, Jan, your mum could be teaching my mum something for sure. Kirsten says, hi Rob, glad I caught you really quickly before you get ready. I use vitamin C ascorbic acid. Okay to put in the first in my routine. Will my other products work? Is it such a heavy solution? Yeah, absolutely. It will be absolutely fine. That sounds like the perfect way. I'm glad that I caught you before you get ready, Kirsten. Anyway, it's 7:15. Got to the end. Round of applause. We got to the end of the comments. And I did promise Leo, bear with, before I go. Leo, are you going to come and say hi to everyone? Are you going to come and say hi? Oh, there we are. Oh, come on, little man. So I promised before I left that you would get to see Leo. There we are. And he is a little superstar. Are you going to say hello, Leo? Are you going to say hi? Are you going to say hi? No. You were saying you were just sleeping and now you've got to entertain people. Anyway, this is Leo. He's my Singaporer, which is the national cat of Singapore. So if anyone watches this from Singapore, this is your national cat. Practically royalty, aren't you, Leo? And yeah, very rare do we get to see Leo. He is a true, like, little hit superstar, aren't you? Superstar. He's the nicest cat ever. He likes what he likes. He basically likes his people and nobody else. And he likes his naps. And he likes his food with extra gravy. He's like a Yorkshireman. He only eats wet food and it's got to be extra gravy, hasn't it, Leo? Yeah, and that's you. You're going to say hello to everyone? Yeah. You can say hi. No, he's over it. He's over it. But if you wanted to, Leo says, feel free to like the live stream because that's all he really wants in life. Thank you, Leo. Thank you. Now, before I go, I'm assuming you all want to see Dog, who I will guarantee is sat at the door mooning after me. Let me get the dog. Bear with. Oh, what a surprise! You're here, are you? Oh, right. Yes. How did I know? That you'd be sat outside the door waiting? There we go. And he's had a bit of a haircut, so somebody looks very... Thank you. So someone looks very summer ready, anyway. Don't you? Yes. Well, so there, I've paid the puppy and the cat tax. If you haven't already, before we go, have you finished grumbling? Yeah. If you haven't already, if you can minimise the chat, hop over, give that like button a gentle caress. It would mean the world to me. What are you grumbling for? So yeah, Lon is like stage 5 clinger. He is glued to me all seconds of the day, aren't you, Lonnie? Aren't you? Always, yes. He is cute as overload though. He is cute. And they all get on really well. Him and Leo and Mars, they all get on really well. Anyway, thank you so much for spending your Saturday with me. It has been a joy as always. I hope all is amazing with you guys and you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Let me know if you're up to anything exciting. I'm just going to send you so much love and the world's biggest hug. Love you. Bye.